see, we can see that right there. That's, yeah. So I'm just going to flip this around to me. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to turn that off. Um, hello. It is 8:38 a.m. on December the 16th, 2020 here in Salem, Indiana. Um, good morning. Let me get I can't move my chair. I can't move it that well. I'm going to move it. Hello. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Um, I just was getting on the internet this morning as I was sitting in front of the fireplace, and there was this great big YouTube channel that I think I learned about when I entered this community, but I never really went to it or something. And then I go to it, and then it's taken down. It's taken down. Hello. We have a light snow out here too. It's like 20 degrees where I'm at, out in the country. And where I'm at in the country, if I drive 40 miles, then the temperature will fluctuate 4 to 6 degrees warmer from where I'm at in the country because I'm up kind of elevated on some bedrock out here or something like that. Hello, everyone. Hello. You know, they said that there has been a lot of channels that were taken down, and I really didn't know the extent of the channels that were being taken down. You know, I thought there would be like far right-wing leaning channels, conservative channels, UFO channels, but I really don't know really all the criteria that they go through to take down these channels, and they call it censoring. I don't know. I really don't know. Slovakia, Peter, hello. Hello, Sue. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Let's look at this channel because this is interesting. It said your number one source, look at this, your number one source for underground news leaks, secure team, 2.3 million subscribers. They don't have any videos to show. They have nothing there. It started in May of 2000. From its humble beginnings to a mere idea to the establishment of the channel you see today, Secure Team has become the information source to which millions of answer-seeking individuals have come. Secure Team is the number one channel for breaking reports on the many mysteries of our universe. So stay tuned and prepare to discover the truth one puzzle piece at a time. And then it's gone. It's gone. This is gone. And this video right here, this is for informational purposes only because I'm kind of shocked to see that. Yeah, I really am. But they say that it was their logo that they used right here. They used this logo right there. It says, the Secure Team is in hot water. Brought out by YouTuber Lions Ground, it's alleged that they have been using a modified Dell Alienware logo that was designed by the Chinese artist JJ Ying without permission from Ying or Dell. For years, they've been using this logo on all their video advertisements, everything. And they've been accused of posting fake pictures, enhance the popularity, all of this. Wow, look at this. Somebody goof on radio strength, Richard Garando, police video of arrest. Oh, okay, I remember that a long time ago. They said that, yeah, but that's what he's in trouble for, they say, for that logo. And it said it was 2.3 million subscribers. So that's not good. It really isn't good. at all. Hello. Yeah, you used to follow that channel. Um, he might have said too much, and he might have stepped on somebody's toe, and he might have got too big, and then they gotta bring him down because they do. We're living in a day and age where everything gets leveled out. It seems like. Um, yeah. That it's unfortunate. It really is, especially for the people who used to go there. Um, he had lots of good content. It sounds like we're talking about the death of an individual when we speak in past tense, because it really is past tense. Wow. They'll get me too. Well, I've got 2 years to go. I really do. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. They take me down, and if I can't get the news out, then everything has literally come to an abrupt halt with me for some reason. But I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not. And I'm not going to let fear reign in my mortal body. I'm not going to do it. Um, I'm not. There's so much going on in the world, and who knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows. They really don't know. Um, Go to Rumble. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I didn't even want to come to YouTube at first. I really didn't. I thought Facebook's fine for me. That's what I said back in 2018. I don't need to go to YouTube. That's more work for me. Yeah, but then I came to YouTube. I'm glad I did. I am glad I did. I really am. Um, let me, I'm going to turn on my big computer. Yeah. Do we see the eclipse? You know, where I'm at in the country, somebody said, Gina, I thought you'd be, we didn't see the eclipse. Our skies were cloudy that day when the eclipse came. It was completely covered, completely over where I'm at. Good morning. You're in Facebook jail? Who? Deb Mosley, you got yourself in trouble. I don't know what you did. That's too bad. Yeah, hello, everyone. Hello. Yes, that's funny. I've never been in Facebook jail. Um, I haven't. Hello from Belgium. Hello. Hello. Um, I want to turn my monitor on because you know what? Everyone's heard about Mount Shasta. Okay, we've heard about Mount Shasta in, is it in California or Washington State? My nose got red for some reason. That's all right. Mount Shasta. I'm trying to get my monitor to come on. I wanted to show something about Mount Shasta because it's not all that they say it is, right? In what direction? North, south, east, or west? Yes, that's the directions, north, south, east, or west. Um, and they showed up in my camera. That's how that happened. It really did. You may say, well, that doesn't make sense to me. Well, that's really how it happened, just like that. Um, let's look at this. Or we can look at this. We're going to look at a picture. Oh, shoot. I'm not doing this because every time I turn my monitor on, I've got dual monitors. It's been showing up on my second monitor, and I have to drag the picture all the way across the monitor because that's what it does. It makes itself come on over here, and that's very disappointing. Well, anyway, in Mount Shasta, they say that is where the Lemurians live, in Mount Shasta, inside the mountain. Have you all heard that the Lemurians live inside the mountain? And they are tall beings, and they wear white robes. And whoa, how did that happen? Well, thank you. They're tall. They're tall beings, and they wear, this is Mount Shasta, Chamber of Commerce, right here. And sometimes there's there's all these like clouds that get on there, and UFO-shaped clouds on Mount Shasta. That's what it's like. And the beings that live on there, they're not beings. They are a race. They're kind of light-skinned, like maybe this, on Mount Shasta, the Lemurians. And let's look at this. They say that there is like, they do crystal healing and stuff like that on Mount Shasta. Inside the mountain. It happens to be that the Lemurians and the Atlanteans were around at the same time, and their culture was thriving and stuff. They were thriving. And it was one great big continent is what it was. Lemuria was a big continent or something like that. And then there was some kind of a cataclysmic event, like the Great Flood or something at times, and then they sunk. They sunk. They were like, the Lemuria was like in South Pacific area, North America area, North American continent area, like that right there. And they sunk. So they were forced to go underground, and they reside in Mount Shasta, inside the mountain, deep inside the earth. They say that in the center of the earth, there is a great sun, and it's like the earth is called Argartha or something like that. Inside there is their city, but they say the city inside the mountain Shasta is Leos, is what it is. And they're highly evolved spiritual beings inside the mountain. So they never went anywhere. And they would store like DNA stuff inside these crystals for the next generation and next generation. And that they would activate the DNA inside the crystals, is what they said. But there are really many. I have to come all over here. Hello, June. Thank you, June. So here is Mount Shasta right here. I need to drag this from here over to my screen. I don't know why it wants to show up over here, but I need to drag it over here. I'm sorry you had to see me do this, but this is not being nice to me. It is not being nice, but it's okay. I can do this. I can flip this around. So I did some screenshots of a story that somebody had shared. They did a story, and I'll tell you the name of the individual. Okay, right here. So we can do this. It said, look at this. That's me. What's a Lemurian, and why do people believe in Mount Shasta? Okay, why do they believe in Mount Shasta? They say the history of Lemuria. So first and foremost, what exactly is Lemurian? In 1864, zoologist Philip Scallard published an article about a classification of species called the lemurs, in which was puzzled by the presence of their fossils in both Madagascar and India. And he hypothesized that Madagascar and India had once been part of a larger continent, which was the first theory right there, Pangaea. Okay, I spoke about Pangaea earlier this week. And following the scientific discovery of Lemuria began the work of the scholars, and there was a missing link. They said that fossils of the first humans sunk under the sea. And then you fast forward to 1899, and there's this book, A Dweller on Two Planets. And the book claimed that there were survivors from a sunken continent called Lemuria, and they were living in Mount Shasta. In the book, the Lemurians lived in a series of complex tunnels beneath the mountains. And locals would sometimes see creatures wandering outside wearing white robes. Well, I don't know why they would call them creatures if they were wearing white robes. That's not very nice. So that's what it said. They are, there's like an underground city, it says, that goes 11 miles deep into the mountain, full of gold, shields, and mummies, some of which are 10 feet tall. Oh my goodness. And they started this. Ooh, look, there's Lemuria. Modern day beliefs of Lemuria go back to 4,500,000 BC, when the civilization ruled the earth. The continent was located in the Pacific Ocean and extended from the western United States and Canada to the Indian Ocean and Madagascar. Wow, are you all seeing that? That's And there was something about these beams of light, these energy-directed weapons that came down from space. You know that, I think it was in California. It was in California, in this beautiful mountainous region where this whole area got burnt up in a great fire. And I forget to, and they said it was because there was a race of beings that lived there in this area on the mountain. I think they said something about they had special dentists that they went to. They had like 28 teeth or something like that. Hello. So, yeah, that was really interesting. Look at this. It says 25,000 years ago, Atlantis and Lemuria were the two most highly civilizations on Earth, and that's when things went south. Dissension between the two Atlantis and Lemurians arose regarding the development and evolutions of other civilizations. It says that the Lemurians believed that the other less evolved creatures should be left alone to continue their own evolution at their own pace, according to their own understandings and pathway, whereas the Atlanteans believed that the less evolved creatures now I've lost my train of thought. The less evolved creatures, cultures should be controlled by the two more evolved civilizations, and their arguments and ideology resulted in several thermonuclear wars which weakened both continent plates. And when the wars were over and the dust settled, there were no winners, only death, destruction, and further debasing of the human spirit to the point that both sides realized the futility of such behavior. So that's what they said. They say that in the city of Telos was built inside Mount Shasta, and it was designed to house 200,000 Lemurians. Today, it's believed that the Telos houses 1.5 million Lemurians inside of Mount Shasta. Oh, let me see this. The men in black will soon come to you if you keep steering all of that. You know what? I've seen the men in black, okay? I have, when I was a little child. So that is nothing new. It really isn't nothing new. So this is really interesting. And you know, I was reading about that yesterday, about Lemuria, how they reside in Mount Shasta. So here we have a race of civilization, a civilization inside of Mount Shasta, tall white beings who wear robes, and they're highly spiritually evolved. Okay, and then we have inside the earth, we have the Sasquatch, the Bigfoot, the reptilians, the Zetas, inside the mountains, where the Zetas force the Sasquatch to become their slaves. Yeah, and then the Sasquatch are like full of hair all over their body, and men, they said, used to have that, but then boom, something happened. Now they don't got no hair all over their body. So let's look at this. It says modern day belief says Lemuria can be felt and contacted through spiritual practices. The Lemurians were a highly evolved race, so they can be contacted through spiritual messages from believers. It's also believed that the Lemurians used crystal as a communication tool, and modern day believers say that the Lemurians programmed these crystals to teach their messages of oneness and healing. And they are revered by modern day Lemurian believers. Well, you know, in Superman came from this place, okay? And there was all these crystals that Superman, I remember it long, long ago, big old crystal area that he went to, he returned to. So yeah, there's really something to the movie Superman. And there's something to crystals. Like, you ever watch the movie The Dark Crystal and the Skeksis? How the Skeksis and I don't know what the other ones were. They were all one until something happened and they split. And the Skeksis lived inside this dark area, and they enslaved people and put them in cages with the Skeksis and the dark crystals. And the other wise ones, they lived above land, and they were totally spiritual until the Great Conjunction came. But this I forget this Gelfling had to go find the crystal, a missing crystal, to put in the boom, to bring about the oneness, and then the Skeksis and the wise people, they came one again. Yeah, so there is something about the Lemurian. There's something about crystals, and they say that Lemurians are tall, white, blue-eyed. That's what they say. And this is, look, they say Saint Germain, Saint Germain, they thought could have been a Lemurian. But a lot of people flock to Mount Shasta to see the spiritual enlightenment of it. And you can see all these beautiful clouds that look like a UFO cloud ships all over that mountain in beautiful colors at times. Look at this. Well, no, I can't look at this because it's not a video. Look at that. Right there, Mount Shasta. You have these great big clouds that oftentimes sit on top of the mountain. Is that not interesting, you all? I think that's really interesting. And this guy, Zach O'Brien, he wrote that article about the paranormal activity surrounding Mount Shasta. They say from Bigfoot sightings, which would be the Sasquatch, to alien activity, and then flying saucers and stuff. So yeah, isn't that interesting? And I've heard from 2 years back that there were different species. And look at this beautiful colors of Mount Shasta right there. Isn't that beautiful? That is a healing color right there. It really is frequency. And all of that, yeah, all of it, you all. I flipped that around to me. Whoo! So yeah, and while we're talking about the Lemurians, let's talk about the archons, okay? We've heard about the archons, okay? There's a form of an archon. They believe that it travels through electromagnetic waves, you know, electromagnetic frequency. That's what they say. And since our brains conduct like electrical circuits, they can get through the electricity inside of us. They don't have a soul. So if they get inside of you, they travel through the electrical currents. So if they get inside of you, you can start hearing voices. They say maybe schizophrenia, bipolarism, and all the other things where they hear things. They are because this is for extraterrestrials. Okay, I'm talking UFO stuff. This is no scientific stuff. This is just purely the archons. They don't have a soul and they can get inside of you. And if you have schizophrenia and stuff, if you hear many voices, oftentimes there'll be one main voice that you will listen to, then the other voices, and then they don't care about you either. They will hang on to you as long as they can. The one thing they've noticed in everybody who has things going on like that inside of them and they hear voices, those things inside people's head, they don't care about them. They soon let them die. They're just using them as a vessel. So the archons, they said, can travel through the electromagnetic frequency thing is what they said. And they said archon is the same thing like neuron, electron, and all those other things with the O-N on it. That was very interesting that I read. But they don't have no soul. They don't. The archons, they don't got a soul to them. I guess they lack a conscience. And they need a vessel. Yes, you can say that, demons. But so if they're here on the earth, what's up in the sky? Okay, how can the demons be here, but then they're not here because they're going to come down from the sky? They're here on the earth, okay, and they travel through, and they don't got a soul. Okay, so they need a vessel. Don't be that vessel. Do not be that vessel. They said the best thing you can do is keep your vibration high. Keep that peace within you. Dwell on all that is good. You don't need any negative energy getting in you whatsoever, because the moment you give in to that negative energy and you start spiraling down into a depression, or you have fits of rage and anger and all that stuff, you are their fuel. You are their food. You are the food of the archons. That's what you are. They feed off your energy. You become their food. When you allow yourself to take on that negative energy and get into them things, you are a living feed hosts. They feed off of you. You're living and they feed off of you when you allow that to happen to you. That's why it's so important to not give in to any negative energy. Don't let it get inside of you, because there's a lot of negative energy out there that it is seeking for somebody to get inside of. There is. And then on the other hand, you have the Lemurians who live in Mount Shasta, who are highly evolved spiritual beings, just like this, see? And I think I remember, like, from Area 51, there was this Air Force guy who was, back in Area 51, that's me, there was this Air Force guy who had to guard, not really guard, but there was a race of tall beings who really, truly loved their children. Their children was the most important thing. He remembers they never spoke to him, but he just had to be there just for the sake of being there. And he would remember them coming out with their children, walking around and stuff, and they were tall, but they loved their children. Yeah, if some people, when they see negative energy, you can throw up from that negative energy. If you feel a evil spirit, a negative energy, evil, okay, it is. It's not good because it doesn't make you feel good. When you take on negative energy, it's, let's just say what it is. It's bad energy. It's evil. It's not good. So you got to get it out of you. You've got to keep the peace within you. You do. Yes, everything about their ancestors. You know, they tried to, yes, so look at that. So yeah, I don't mean to talk about them, but they're real. They are real. The archons are real, okay? And that's just one subspecies. You know, they can get into, you can get into the shadow people, the shapeshifters, all of it, all of it. It's not good, but we got good beings. We got some Lemurians. I think they said the Lemurians were like, kind of like the Pleiadians. That's what I heard. They were kind of like the Pleiadians. And they were like in California. I'm trying to think of that city that literally got burnt down on the mountain. And the rumor was it was a race of beings. It's when all those fires started. Yeah, the Nordics. It's when all those fires started taking place. I think it was back in 2019. So yeah. Yeah, they don't call it paradise. Yes, that's what it was. Paradise. It's like a beam of light came down from space and then boom, it was gone. It was gone. And I think it was because they were like in there. This spiritual beings right here. So yeah. Well, we do know that there is a force out there that does not want you to keep your vibration high. They don't want you to be at peace on the inside. They don't. They don't want you to be at peace. They want you to be angry. I've heard they do have weapons that direct energy, microwave weapons. Okay, microwave weapons. Yes, that's right. They can change your frequency. They can reprogram and click on certain neurons inside your head, or neutrons, whatever it is, to cause you to do things that you normally wouldn't do. Okay, microwave weapons. And you can say that would be a device that the archons would use, the not too good archons. Yeah. So I have been all over the place this morning, and I apologize because I wasn't planning on doing this, but I do things on the spur of the moment at times. I really do. Yeah. And as with all military is not bad, okay? They're all not bad. But there are some. It's just like all people. All people aren't bad. And it's just like the extraterrestrials. All extraterrestrials are not bad, okay? We have the good in the world and we have the bad in the world. We do. That's a given. It's always been that way. Okay, it really has. Yeah, so look at that. So Atlantis. And have you ever watched the documentaries if you ever watch documentaries about these people who go undersea, they scuba dive. You ever see those documentaries where they're scuba diving and you see these great big statues and looks like palaces and gardens, concrete gardens underneath the ocean, and they really don't tell you much about it. You ever see those? Yeah. So there is a lot of history that has been hidden and rewritten since, I think, 6,000. So in 6,000, I heard that they rewrote the history because they didn't want us to know about the history. But there is a battle of a spiritual battle and a battle of races going on. There's a battle going on for the souls of humans and for this planet. There's a battle taking place. There really is. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are asleep too. There are a lot of people who will be awakening, who are waking up. I'm waking up to this. I never knew about any of this stuff since 2 years ago, but I have always been very spiritual on the inside of me. And I've always, even since a child, considered myself a very old soul. Very old soul. And I've always held that love was the most important thing on the face of the earth. It was the very most important thing to have on the inside of you, because if you don't have that on the inside of you, you are going to be empty and void. And yeah, love has many byproducts too. It really does. Just like the other thing has many byproducts to it. But love is the most important thing. Yeah. Well, we can't be afraid. You better not be afraid. You don't want to be afraid. You really don't. But I think that's pretty neat that there was Lemuria. And it's also when the continents were one. And then inside of the earth, you have Argotha. And then how the Admiral Byrd flew down inside, flew into Middle Earth. That also. So have you ever wondered why they got this great, the part of Antarctica, okay? You can't see it because they've got the top of that covered up. You never see the top of it at all. And you have to ask yourself, why? What are they hiding there at Antarctica? What's at Antarctica? Are there a race of beings in Antarctica? Are there UFOs in Antarctica? Because you don't go there really unless you're invited. And I don't think you can really live there. There's a lot of top secret installations there. It's heavily guarded. All the countries of the world, I think, have troops or something there, scientists in Antarctica. Yeah. There's a lot going down there too, and yeah, a whole lot. The Dracos live there. I heard that there were beings there, and they just walk freely under the earth. What about the sunken continent of, yeah, Kumarkand in the Indian Ocean? Yeah, there's so much that has been kept. Really, I think all the information's out there. People just got to go look for it. And they can find it, because what you seek, you find, more or less. And that's what I think. What you seek, you find. Yeah, to inner earth. Yeah. Well, I am going to go, but I just wanted to get on here. Did you know that they took that great big YouTube channel down? It was the largest UFO YouTube channel that they took down. Yeah. That's right. Well, I'm going to go, but I just wanted to get on here this morning. I need to get on the treadmill and start walking. I haven't even did my exercise this morning. Oh yeah, I will have a good day. You probably see me later on here. I do have to get some produce at the store today, but that's about it. Fruits, I guess fruits could be considered. Yeah, I love archaeology. When I was little, still in high school, I wanted to be an archaeologist. That's what I wanted to be, an archaeologist. And then I thought, well, I could be an artist because I love to draw. I could draw good, sketch good. I couldn't paint really well, but I could do pottery really well too. I'm really good working with my hands regardless. I have I have a pair of compact UFOs. I have a pair of compact binoculars that I sometimes hook up to my iPhone and zoom up. But when I do that, there's a line and down the center of a star being. But I have other high-powered Okay, y'all got me talking about UFOs. I have other high-powered telescopes and binoculars. And I just got all the pictures off. I freed up some of the memory space on my Nikon right here. It's pretty cool. And if I can, I'll take some pictures of that Saturn I think Saturn and Jupiter thing, because it's going to get super bright. Yes. Jerry, you were told, secure team. Marky G. Yeah, that's the YouTube channel that got taken down. I've already closed my laptop up for some reason. Let me do this. I closed up my laptop. Yeah, it was, there we go. It was the secure team that got took down is what it was. And there's no, they had 2.3 million subscribers and they're down. They say that they used a logo by a Chinese artist or something, and Dell something, and they did not get permission. They've been using it on all their clothing and their videos and stuff, and then they came after them, is what it said. So that's what happened, you all. So I don't know if they'll get back on here or not, but I also heard that they've been sharing things that they should not share. That's what I heard. Also, they shared things that they shouldn't share, whatever that might be. So yeah, that's what it was, something like that. Okay. I can't get on here. Let's see. So this was the logo they had been using, and it belonged to, it was a modified Dell Alienware logo designed by the Chinese artist J.J. Ying without permission from Ying or Dell. That's what they said. That's the cover story right there, that they use that, and it is not good. It's not. And there's been other channels, not that big, that have been taken down on the YouTube. There's been a lot of takedowns. There really has. Do you know activities in Sardinia, Italy? What's happening in Sardinia, Italy? There's UFOs in Japan. Yeah, I've heard that there's something going on the Canadian border. Twitter page is still up. That's good. The Zulus, are you talking about the African tribe, the Zulus? I think I watched a documentary on them. Oh, I don't know then. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I am going to go, you all. I need to get exercising. It's 9:16 a.m., but I wanted to get on here really fast because I just learned about that, and I think it's been down for a month. Yeah. Oh, Shaka Zulu, no. Um, I don't really study the Galactic Federation. I don't. And you should know that. Anybody on here, I rarely ever talk about the Galactic Federation of Light. My main focus is on these UFO ships, and the ships in the sky that uses cloud cloaking technology. And then sometimes I'll get on here like that, but I don't really have information on the Galactic Federation. I don't. There are a lot of other YouTube channels, other Facebook, other social media sites, and web pages that you can search for the Galactic Federation of Light. But I really don't give any information on it because I don't study it. I'm not drawn to study it. I'm not. Yeah. Well, now my battery on my phone says low battery mode. So my battery on my phone said low battery mode. So I'm going to have to get off of here. But I thank you all for tuning in. I really do. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.